Halloween. Oh God, I'm scared. Halloween is coming. Jonah's scared already.
Oh, I'm so frightened. I'm perturbed.
I love Halloween. Halloween's one of my favorite seasons. Holidays.
Candy.
It is a season. People are like, oh, it's a holiday. No, it's a season. It's the full month of October. Horror movies all the time. Scary atmosphere. Leaves falling. Cloudy weather. It's perfect. Jonah, how about you? Do you like Halloween?
Halloween's good. It's good.
Thanks for watching.
No, it's I'm not too into getting scared.
Why?
It's just because it's scary.
No, it's not.
Yeah. So I don't play a lot of scary games.
Mm-hmm.
What
was the scariest game you ever played?
I have no idea. If it was like
Super Mario. The hell world where you're like trying to cross the levels and then the hand grabs you, pulls you under, and you got to beat that level. It's hard, scary.
Because I know I downloaded. I have Amnesia downloaded because it's this month's PS Plus game, and I haven't played it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Might play that.
He's scared. He just looks at it. He's like, I don't want.
If I boot up that game, that'll be the scariest game I've ever played.
I want to play Outlast just to cover that. Looks scary.
Is
that play that?
Is that the game with the batteries recharging your phone, your camera?
I think so. Something like that. I don't quote me on that. But I just remember the cover, just the way it looks.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the battery one, I won't, just because I get stressed about them. Like, my battery's almost not gonna find a battery.
You know what's funny? I love horror movies, and I haven't really got a chance to play too many horror games in my life.
Yeah.
You know, I love the Resident Evil series. You know, I remember the first time playing the first Resident Evil game. You come back from I guess.
Oh, that's right. Resident Evil 7 demo. I played the hell out of that.
You played the hell out of that demo.
That was scary.
Was that the scariest thing?
That was the scariest thing I ever played.
That was nothing compared to the actual game, though. Like, the game itself was nuts.
Oh man, that was unnerving. Until I played a lot of it and did all the puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got used to it.
Actually, it's funny because as much of a diehard Resident Evil player as I am, you played the demo more than I did. You knew more about what was in the demo than I did. Like, I'm like, yeah, I beat the demo like twice, and you're like, oh, dude, you do this. I'm like, what are you talking about? That's not in the demo. You're like, it is. You got to do this, and I was like, what? And before I could go back and do all that stuff, the actual game came out, so I was like, I'll just play the regular game.
Yeah, but the demo was really fun.
It was a genius demo.
Yeah,
to be honest, it kept people wanting to play it.
I wish it was unlocked over time. Like when it first released.
That's true. It changed.
When it first released, a lot of this stuff wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people were like mad that this happened because they were like looking for secrets, but the secrets weren't in the game yet.
Yeah.
But I was really into it.
It's interesting. But anyway, like Resident Evil 1, I remember one of the scarier moments was coming back from the well house or the outside house. And I'm not talking about the remake, I'm talking about the actual original one. And you come back and you open the door and all you hear is and you're sitting there like, okay, what the hell was that? So then you come around the corner and a freaking hunter comes out and like swipes at your head, and if you don't look out the way, it cuts off your head like instant kill. Like you can be fine and it cuts off your head. You're like, what? It was scary. And the tyrant was cool too. But I love that. I love the Resident Evil 2, phenomenal game. But talking like scary wise for Halloween, Resident Evil 3 to me, man, the freaking Nemesis, I know you never played it, but that dude just pops out of nowhere and scares the shit out of you. Like you gotta either fight him or run away, and that dude was crazy. He'd run after you. It was nuts. But yeah, I can't think of a really, really scary game I've ever played.
Actually, now that I think about it, I did play PT, but I never beat it.
Yeah, that's unfortunately I can't get that. Like it's
you can't download it. They removed it because of the Konami issues.
It looked nuts though. I wanted to try it out, but I couldn't do it.
There was one thing is I wish I didn't delete it from my hard drive because I can't download it anymore. Mm-hmm. But if I kept it on, there was a period of time where you could sell it on eBay, your PS4 with it on for like over $1,000.
That's right, you were saying that.
Yeah. And I was, as soon as I saw that, I was like, shh.
Why, Lord?
But that was cool, yeah.
But it's great with that, I guess.
Oh, I did beat it though, actually, because I was in a party with my friends, and there was at one point where I had to like hand over controls to them because you could do that on like through the party of the PS4. Mm-hmm. You can like let them play your game. That's like share play or something.
Oh, nice. So you're telling me I can't play because it's your fault?
Yeah,
you jerk.
Exactly. So I was freaking out at one point. It was like near the end puzzle where you had to like make a baby cry 10 times or something. I forget.
That's creepy.
Like move 10 steps forward and like listen to a baby laugh, and then like the phone rings, and it was weird.
Yeah.
And so my friend took over controls and was like playing that, and then we got to the end and saw the end cutscene. And it was
so you didn't play by yourself, played with friends with lights on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I was scared.
But anyway, let's talk Halloween movies, or scary movies in general. Do
Okay.
you have any favorites?
Yeah, I actually do. I don't watch a lot of scary movies, but the ones I have watched that I like
What I do, I
are
poop my pants.
yeah. I mean, sometimes I can't I have trouble sleeping. Like I watched Insidious 1, 2, and 3. I saw 3 in theaters, 1, 2, and like DVD.
Mm.
And every single time I watch one of those, I can't sleep that night.
Yeah.
At least well.
I sleep 2 seconds and I'm up screaming. My
Yeah.
lungs.
So Insidious series like that, and also The Conjuring. I like that one.
Yeah, well, they're well done. Like, they have a good story to them. And that's
Also,
the problem with a lot of horror movies.
Yeah.
Is the stories usually fall flat, or the ideas, like, they're focused on jump scares. And the newer ones are mostly focused on jump scares. But if it has a good cast, or people that can actually act, the story's really well written, it's great. Like, there's a movie called Oculus that's about a mirror.
I saw that.
And to me, without giving spoilers away, I thought that was a great movie up until the ending, and I just feel like they blew it. And the reason I think that is, it just, to me, I always picture, like, a bunch of people writing the script in, like, college, all drunk, like, they're just, like, having a good time writing it, and then they get too drunk and pass out. And then when they wake up the next morning, they're like, oh, God, we gotta hand this in 5 minutes. Just come up with a random ending. And that was, like, the ending. And then, so it was a great concept, great idea, and then the ending just fell flat for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of movies do that these days.
A lot of horror movies keep you, like, keep hyping you up, and then keep giving you those jump scares, or the atmosphere is really scary, creeps you out. Then at the end, they don't know how to end it.
Right.
Because all they know how to do is get you riled up.
Because my first, one of the first horror movies I ever saw was Halloween.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. The original John Carpenter version. And up until that point, like, I always remember seeing, like, creepy, especially around Halloween, like, creepy, like, previews of movies coming, like Freddy Krueger, and just, like, scared the crud out of me. Like, I just, like, turned off the TV and ran. But
that actually reminds me, the first, I don't know, you can't really consider it a horror movie, but the first
Five Goes West.
The first horror movie I saw was the Goosebumps movie about the mask, and it scared the shit out of me.
That's awesome. I had that video on VHS.
Yeah, I was like a kid. I'd never seen a scary movie before. I'd never seen Goosebumps. I saw this, and I was like, I can't. I'm done.
I'm done with life.
It was like she puts the mask on and she can't take it off. I was like,
yeah.
Oh.
How does that happen? That's funny. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say the first movie I saw was, Halloween, because I grew up liking these movies, intrigued by horror movies. Mm-hmm. And because I was always like teased, like, oh, you know, Dracula, Halloween, stuff like that. A big brother, he was always blah, blah, blah. So I actually started watching the Universal horror movies, black and white ones, like all the way from Dracula all the way up through The Wolfman. Like, those were my movies. I watched them all the time. And then I started slowly moving up. And then my buddy had a movie called Monster Squad. And that was the best movie. Like, I wish everyone saw that movie as a kid. Anyone who liked monster movies, that movie is like one of the best movies for that. And even to this day, it's a Halloween tradition to watch it. Just to watch the Monster Squad. It's just such a fantastic, fun movie. It's so 80s, but like the monsters are done really well. It's such a good film. But
I might have to try that. I haven't actually heard of that movie.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie. If you know, like, the vampires and all that stuff, it's good stuff. And then, so going back to kind of Halloween traditions for me, like, I always want to watch horror movies, like, all the time during October. And like I said, my staples are Halloween, John Carpenter Halloween. Let's see, what else do I usually watch? I try to watch new movies every year, too, the movies I haven't seen. But, like, some of my favorites are definitely Halloween. I like the first Friday the 13th movie. That movie's fun. Like, those, I don't know if you've ever seen those movies, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
They get a little silly, but they're kind of fun. But the first one, I like. It's just the way it was, for its time, it's good.
I remember I saw this one Freddy movie where this one girl or somebody was sleeping on a bed, and then the bed just snaps her in half. Like, and then, like, it closes and this blood pours out.
Was it a girl or a guy?
I'm not sure. I think it was a girl.
Because if it was a guy, I think that was Freddy vs. Jason.
Freddy vs. Jason?
Which is new.
Newer.
Actually,
Well,
that was well done.
I remember when I saw the person getting like snapped in half, I was like, oh god.
I'm done. I'm going back to the mask.
I don't know if I can do this anymore.
But yeah, recently I do like Insidious, The Conjuring. Those are my two favorite franchises as of now.
Yeah.
Because like I said, they're well done. Insidious, when I first saw Insidious, man, that was a cool ass ride. Because it was the music was intense, like, and it was just like in your face. Cause a lot of people, some people, I wouldn't say a lot or some, but there's people that don't like that movie, and they're like, oh, it's cheesy. The ending just gets ridiculous, and it's. I guess if you look at it a certain way, I guess it's ridiculous, but I liked it.
Yeah.
And that's like, music's a big thing that gets lost in horror movies. The soundtrack, and I don't know if you ever saw the movie It Follows.
Yeah, the one that's like allegory of like an STD or something.
Yeah, it's basically it's basically you're being haunted by STDs.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I know it.
Music is great. Like the '80s music to it is fantastic. But to me, I was really expecting, like, for what it is, for me to like that movie, but I couldn't get past like the first 10 minutes of that movie are intense. They're crazy. I like that. Like, if that movie just ended there, it'd be fantastic short.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it just goes on, and the fact that it's basically just an STD that's killing people. Like, that's what it is. It's to me, it was just a dumb idea.
Yeah.
If they made it like something else coming, it would have been good. But you have like old people like walking, like, hey, I'm going to get you. It's just, I don't know. Like, to me, it's just, I get it. They're not going to stop coming at you, but it's just, I don't know. To me, it was just lame.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the music, that movie probably wouldn't have been that well received. But the music makes it really, really good. But I still say the first 10 minutes of that movie are awesome.
There's also a couple horror movies I've seen on Netflix that are just like ridiculous, that I don't remember their name, but there's this one where they move into a house and they eventually see this ghost that's been haunting them, or like a demon or something, that looks like a metal guy, like a rock star. Like, it looks like Kiss. I was like, that's not scary.
This is on Netflix?
This is on Netflix. I forget who it is. He looks like a heavy metal guy. Like a hardcore heavy metal guy. And I guess he's like a demon that hypnotizes kids or some shit. I don't know. Like
Hard Rock Pennywise?
Maybe. It was hilarious. Because up until that point, I was like, this is scary. And then they showed him, like, a picture of him or something. I was like,
yeah.
No.
Well, that's another thing with movies too. Like, you have a decent story, whatever, but if you're killer / monster, whatever it is, like, if it looks stupid, or if it's like heavily CG in any way, like, to me that makes the movie bad.
Yeah. Babadook, I think also had that problem with when they showed the monster.
Well, Babadook, to me, I think it's one of those, like, it comes at night sort of deals where you think it's going to be something else, but it's not.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say that there is no Babadook. It's just a mom going crazy. Yeah. So it's just
it's like their grief or something.
Yeah, and to me that movie, I can't watch. Like, I tried watching it a second time because the first time I was like, you're interested to see what's going to happen. With the second time, I couldn't watch it again because it's just that damn kid.
Yes, yeah, the kid
it's
screams
the kid,
so
and like
much.
it's so freaking annoying. Like, I get it. It's to like kind of put you in the mom's perspective of it, but like it's just.
I don't want to be the monster.
I don't want to. It's just so bad where like the kid, like, you just want to turn around, like, slap the kid, like, shut up. But it's just annoying.
Yeah,
it's just annoying. Like, and to me, I don't think that movie is that good.
That movie, yeah. I mean, I don't mind like the bits where it's she's being like scared and all this stuff's happening. It's good in that those points. But like it's far and few between the kids screaming and then like at the end they show the Babadook.
Yeah,
and he's like a funny looking guy with a top hat,
and he screams like a T-Rex.
Yeah,
or like a Velociraptor or something like that.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where I don't want to see it just because you can't show me something that's gonna scare me more than my imagination.
And that's kind of like the It Follows. If they didn't show like what it like the, I don't know, if they chose a different thing to represent what it was, and they didn't show it often. That would have been more scary. Like I said, the first 10 minutes of you not knowing what's happening is better than like the rest. But yeah, it's just the matter of finding out that it was just what it was. But anyway,
the one example is actually from Insidious is when the main guy's mother has like a vision, like a dream of someone standing next to the kid's bed.
Mm-hmm.
and she just sees a shadow, and the shadow points at the kid.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah, that's creepy.
And then later on, you see that demon in like his full getup.
Darth Maul.
Yeah,
Looks like Darth Maul.
that's not scary.
Yeah.
He looks cool, and
Right, if he just stayed as like this creepy.
Like,
I mean, I kind of like the idea in the end where he's just like a fast paced, like, in your intense in your face. But yeah, if they made it look different, it would have made a difference. That's why I think some people didn't like that whole sequence.
I didn't actually like that ending sequence when he's in the other world trying to get back out.
I thought that was cool,
and like the ending twist.
But I guess some people thought it was just too cartoonish at certain points. But hey,
they're taking it too seriously.
Tomato.
What do they want?
But did you see It Comes at Night?
It follows.
No, It Comes at Night.
No, I did not.
Which is that's a movie. It's not even a horror movie. It was supposed to it makes you think it is, but the whole movie nothing happens.
Oh, I saw Hush with my sister recently.
That was good. I like that. That's on Netflix.
Like we saw who he was. He took off his mask.
Well, that's what it is too.
And it was still scary.
Part of me was disappointed that happened.
Yeah.
You see who a lot of the 80s horror, even 90s, you don't know who it is. It's a secret. You don't see their face. Oh, who is it? What's going on? But this one, you see it right away. It's just it was just executed so well.
Yeah.
The idea of it is this lady's deaf, and she's a mute. And she lives in a cabin in the woods. She's a writer, so she was getting away from all that stuff. And then a killer's tormenting her through the whole movie. But the way it's executed is phenomenal, and it's great.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I just saw Happy Death Day this weekend.
Oh, you did see that?
And it's not really a scary movie.
It did. The trailer didn't make it look out to me. It made it look like a Groundhog spoof, but with a killer instead.
Yeah. And it's got some funny moments, and it's actually a really good movie. You should see it if you get the chance.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanna, you should get Movie Pass. That thing with
Xbox.
No,
not an Xbox.
no. It's like you pay $10 a month and you can see a movie a day.
What is this, AMC?
For any movie theater.
Anywhere
in
the world.
In the world.
Do it. What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you waiting?
I'm actually thinking about getting that just because it's
$10.
$10.
You get one reserved seat at front row. First thing you have to look up.
Yeah.
That's incredible. $10.
Yeah. That's I'm probably gonna do that just because it'll save money after 2 showings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, so do you have I don't know if I did ask you, but do you have an actual favorite horror movie, something that you can watch again, or is it just kind of a generic, another genre that's I'll see if this movie's scary?
No, I've seen Insidious 1 and 2 more than Insidious 2 I've seen twice, and I just saw Insidious 1 the third time.
Mm-hmm.
I won't see Insidious 3 again because that one scene. I just didn't like it.
Too scary.
It was very creepy. It unnerved me. I wasn't into it.
Yeah. See, I like the.
I liked the movie. It was a fine movie, but it was a bit much. It was a bit much for me.
See, it's funny because I don't. There's not a lot of things that get to me, but there's things I don't want to see because jump scares. I get there's jump scares in a lot of movies now, oh my god, but a movie dedicated to jump scares, Lights On or Lights Off, Lights Out, that movie's just, I guess.
Lights Out, yeah.
Lights Out. I want to see it, but it's just, to me, it's just, it's just going to be jump scares, the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's, I guess it's good, it gets people talking about it, but it doesn't make for a good movie. If the story's excellent, then yeah, but if you're just basing your movie on jump scares, it's not gonna do anything. I don't want to sit there and be to me, I mean, I get it. It's it's a scary movie, but then it's just yeah, but there's no fun in it. You gotta have fun watching a movie. You know what I mean? If you're watching with a crowd of people, it's probably fun, but then it's not as scary because you can be making fun of it the whole time or something like that. Kind of going back to when I first saw in theaters, Paranormal Activity.
Oh, that movie.
See, to me, the best experience was seeing that movie for the first time in theaters with a group of people. When I saw it, it was just a group of young teenagers just freaking screaming the whole time. And it actually, I looked out because sometimes you'll get movies like that, and horror movies, you'll get people that go in groups, and there's 3 or 4 people that don't want to be in the movie, but they don't want to,
leave their group.
They don't want to leave the group, and they don't want to look chicken. So all they do during the movie is just make jokes. They're just yelling through the whole thing. And I hate when they do that. But with this movie, it was good because You know, you've seen that movie,
Yeah.
right? And it's nothing to write home about. Like, it changed a lot of the, like, it made a lot of movies based off of that sort of thing, but it really, if you see it a second time, it's not good. Like, the first viewing, you have to, like, you had to have seen it in the theaters for it to be good.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I saw it on, like, online, and I was like...
You saw it online?
I saw it
Oh,
online.
it's terrible.
Yeah, and I was like...
Like, to me, like, it was just, like...
Because it was around the time that people were like, oh, this is so scary. So,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then I got it, and then I watched it, and I was... it wasn't that scary.
Yeah, because I remember just sitting in theaters, and it was just like, okay, like, it's just that anticipation. You have, like, the surround sound of the theater. Like, you hear, like, the vents and stuff going, like, you hear the room, and then it's just, like, you see the time clock. You know something's going to happen. Like, you're always on your edge of the seat. And then when something happens, and you have, like, 15-year-old girls screaming bloody murder in your ear, like, intensifying that effect, like, that was like, oh, my God. And that was actually a fun experience, but I bring it to show my friend who hates horror movies. Like, we watched 1408, and he was like a grown-ass man, like, hiding behind a pillow, like, oh my God. And 1408 is an awesome movie too. If you've never seen it, you should check it out. But anyway, so I go to show him the movie, like, dude, trust me, you gotta see it. And we were just like waiting for him to freak out, and I'm watching it, and it's DVD, lights are out, whatever, and I'm just sitting there like watching, and I was so bored watching it the second time. He was so bored. Like, I think we watched the whole thing, and by the end, like at the end, that I guess you had different endings, but like depending on what you chose. But it was a decently shocking ending.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The way it was presented. But like even that, he was just like, and even like it just the feeling was gone because it didn't have that effect as when I saw it in the theater when people were like, ah, and you're like, ah. But it was. But that was good. That was a good movie theater experience. But movies like that, it's just you have to go see it once, and that's that.
Yeah.
So I like movies that you can actually there's a lasting appeal to it. Like you watch it again, you're like, oh great. So yeah. But anyway, let's wrap this up because we were going on forever about this.
Scary movies are the life.
I know it wasn't really gaming talk that much, but it is Halloween, so we did want to talk about it. I love horror movies and stuff like that. I should get into playing games, but a lot of the horror games, you know, I'm not... Like, Resident Evil had a great story to it. Resident Evil 7 was great. But, like, I was thinking about picking up, like, Alien Isolation, Dead Space, stuff like that. But, I don't know. I don't know if I like slow-moving games, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm into the stories and stuff like that, so if the stories are well worth it, I'll play it. So, if you guys have any games that you recommend that had a good story and it is a horror game, let me know. And, let us know also what you do for Halloween. Do you guys watch horror movies or do you hate them and just want nothing to do with them? Or is it just Disney movies all through October? But, last thought. John, are you going to be dressing up for Halloween? Got any parties going to?
Maybe. I still have my Yusuke Urameshi costume. Might want to use that again.
Hey, you might make out better among friends.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or they'll be like, wait, what do you, why? Why'd you do that? Are you the Jolly Green Giant again?
What are you trying to say? I've been going to the gym.
Yeah. But, yeah. So, it's, I'm actually going as Frankenstein from the Monster Squad.
Oh.
And my wife is going to go as Phoebe. But if you've never seen the movie, you don't know what I'm talking about. Go watch the movie. It's a great movie. It really is.
Phoebe from Friends?
Yes. But the Monster Squad, check it out. I recommend it. Unfortunately, it's better probably as a kid because you can appreciate the movie better.
Yeah.
And for what it is. But I still love it as an adult. So check it out.